Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own home studio for $0, which might seem a little bit silly, but we've been there. We've had to hack together some home projects. In fact, when Tony and I first started doing stock photography, we had like no money to buy all these fancy props and things. So we would use just things from the hardware store for GOBOS and for light reflectors. Once I made a desk for a set by staining a door and putting it on sawhorses. Just because you don't have the budget doesn't mean you can't hack something together, and that's exactly what we're doing today. The first step is to find a location in your home that already has good lighting. And I chose my living room because it has this beautiful soft light and big windows. The next thing you want to do is choose your backdrop. That could be super simple. It could be a wall, or you can hang up a sheet or a tablecloth. I went with this blanket initially. It's a wool blanket, so it's not wrinkled, but it was too busy. So instead, just throw that over there. I chose to use Tony's black dress coat, and I hung it over a poster board and propped it up with some pillows and things, but it absorbs the light nicely and it's very simple. The next thing that you might want to do is modify your light, and you can do that with GOBOS and reflectors. A GOBO is anything that blocks light. It stands for go between or goes before optics. So I have a GOBO and reflector here. It's a white poster board from one of my kids' school projects, and then I put Tony's black shirt on it. So if I want to reflect the light, I can take off the shirt and do that. If I want to absorb the light, I can leave it black with the shirt. You can also do this with cardboard. You don't have to have a poster board. You can just break down an old box and put it over that. You can do this alone. You can be your own model too and take self-portraits, but I'm gonna make my life a little bit easier and bring in Tony. I'm gonna pull him away from being my cameraman and make him be my model. Let me fix your hair. Your headphones got you messed up. And I'm gonna be using a small aperture number. I'm using f2.8 because I want to blur the background since it's not a beautiful seamless backdrop. If you have a smaller backdrop like I do, then you don't want to use a wide angle lens because it won't fill the frame. So go more telephoto if you have a small backdrop, and that's what I'm doing. I'm shooting at about 70 millimeters up close and cropping out all of the distractions. I'm getting some awkward light on Tony from our video light. I can take this GOBO that I made and block the light behind Tony. You might have to make your model do some work. Sorry, Tony. Now you can see that Tony is holding up his own GOBO. This is a budget situation, okay? I'm going to complicate things for you more, Tony, because I have something to show you.
What are you doing with my popcorn bowl?
For today, this is not a popcorn bowl. I made a beauty dish.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. You can see the effects of the beauty dish here. Ooh, I could use it as a on-camera light. Looks good. I wanted this to be a $0 shoot. Obviously, I have a camera. I could use my cell phone too. I think that the popcorn bowl is going to revolutionize the industry. Don't let not having the latest and the greatest gear keep you from trying to take photos. Make your own home photo studio today. You can do it for free. You could use your popcorn bowl. So I'm going to show you how to make this thing right now. Okay, here's what you need to make your own beauty dish at home. First thing you'll need is a pretty large plastic bowl, preferably white because it will bounce whatever color the bowl is. You will need a rubber band, a razor, a small, powerful flashlight, preferably one that's more compact like this one, or a flash too, but this is $0, so I'm assuming everyone has a flashlight. Some tape, a small paper plate, one that's proportionate to your bowl, a pen, and some aluminum foil. The first thing that I'm going to do is prepare this little inner dish part. I'm going to cover it in aluminum foil because I want the plate to bounce the light back into the dish and then out again. And I like a paper plate because it's concaved. If you look at an actual beauty dish, it's the same. So I'll use the reflective side out. And then I'll just form it to the plate. And then I'll fold it all around the rim here to make it stay on. And you don't want to cover the paper part up with aluminum because you're going to put tape there and it sticks better to paper. So when you're done, it should look like this. Now I'm going to cut a hole to fit the flashlight in the back. So I will trace that with a pen. Now we're going to take the razor, and you're not going to cut around the circle, you're just going to make a cross. And you will see why. So do it from the back and stab. And then do it this way. And then I don't want to tear the aluminum, so I'm going to make sure that it's cut on the other side. Now you're going to push out these individual pieces. Stick your flashlight through the hole. Now you're going to take a rubber band and secure the flashlight like this, tight. And you can see how it's going to work. The next step is to put tape that's going to go all the way across the bowl over the plate and hold it in place. So you want to make sure that the sections of tape that you take off are going to be wide enough to come over the bowl and secure it. I'm going to do 2 pieces this way and 2 pieces this way. And you need clear tape because the light has to shine from the bowl back out at your subject. And then just make sure that the tape is secure on the plate. My dad's calling me. Sorry, Dad. And then you want to get it centered and then make sure each piece is pulled taut. And that's your beauty dish. Called a beauty dish for 2 reasons, clearly. It is beautiful. It makes you look beautiful. If you liked this video, please hit subscribe and there will be more like it coming. We have an actual photography book that will teach you how to use flashes and strobes and things like that. So if you want to check that out, go down to the description below and use the coupon code YouTube to get 10% off.